Hello everyone. Good morning. Good evening to all of you. Am I audible? Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, audible. Yes, audible.
Okay. Today we will learn about the some basic concept of the Python because in Python some things are living like list, dictionary, and tuples. What is the functionality of these things? And then we will uh, some know about the this QGIS tools. I have already sent to all of you the QGIS setup file and how to download setup file and what is the step of the setup file. I have shared a video instructor video to all of you. So if you have any problem in installation process of the QGIS, then ask me. Otherwise, we will discuss today in this session. So I'm going to share my screen for to know the basic concept of the this list tuples and others. Okay, my screen is visible to all of you. Hello.
Yes,
Okay, today we will learn about the list, dictionaries, and tuples in Python, and what is the lambda function. So it if we talking about the list, it's in this. These are the tuples. So tu- uh, tuples is a sequence of immutable Python objects. Tuples are sequences just like list. We have discussed about the variable. It's same thing. It's a container which contain a information but in a immutable format. What is the meaning of the immutable? Immutable means you cannot change its value or positions. Suppose that here tuple is written here the physics, chemistry, 1997 2017. This is tuple one, tuple 2, and tuple 3. You cannot change its position. You cannot add any elements with the append function. What is the append function? We will see. Append function is for join a element in your in your container, information container. That's like these all things are the tuples or dictionaries or this list or variable is a container which contain a information or data set. It's type of data, but tuple is also a type of the container, but it contain a data. All of the data is contained. It's contain a list, it's contain a complex number, is contains a images, is contains this integer. But why we are using the tuples? Because tuples, the drawback of this is the immutable Python. You cannot change the here the indexing is 0 1 2 3. You cannot change once the tuples have been made. You cannot change its position. That's a tuple is the thing. Here the written when you read about the list, then you know the difference between these. So tuples is like a list, but it cannot be a change. It is immutable. Okay, once it has been made, you cannot change it. And the syntax is it's always contained in the parentheses. This is a small bracket is called parenthesis. So uh, this is a tuple, and we will see this with the example. Now we will tuples are another kind of sequence that functions much like a list. They have elements which are indexed to starting at 0. So the first I have to start the list. Where is the list? Okay. So okay, I will explain the list. What is the list? And this thing. So list is a collection of order items. It means the items have a specific index. You can add, change, or remove items in a list, or list are defined using a this big bracket. This will be more clear with when you will see in this mm, okay, this will be more clear when you will see here how to make a list. So I'm you know the how to make the markdown code cell. Now I'm defining a markdown, or here write a hash and write here the list. Okay, run this. Now list is, now this is the markdown cell, this is the your coding cell. So now I'm defining the list. A list is a collection of order items. Okay, it's a container which contain the information. It means that the items have a specific position index. You can add, change, or remove items in a list. Lists are defined using the square brackets. So its sign is a square bracket. So suppose that I'm going to make a list this, and I have a set of the fruits. So fruits is equal to, fruits is equal to, it's already defined in a big bracket. So this uh, and this is a, suppose fruits is a string, so always written name or anything rather than the your integer must be in double inverted comma. So that is the apple, and your this banana, and suppose choose the mango. Okay, this is that list. My list has been done. Now run. Okay, this is the list. So how to this result, output results. So output results, for showing the output results, we will use the print function. Print. Okay, in bracket always in this parenthesis, or your list is name is the fruits. Fruits. Okay, now this is a, I have told you yesterday, Python always counting the elements with indexing number, not like a 1 2 3. So this is the 0 1 2. So if we here right here the in this one in bracket 1, then this will be your just see the result what will this will be, and the close the this with the parenthesis. So in print function, this is the print function. It must be starting and ending with the parenthesis. It means the small brackets. This is your the fruits. Fruits is your list, and in fruits it's a list. So list item this, and I want to explain the its elements. So for this, I have already told you it's starting with the 0 1 2 3. So I have written here 1. Then what will the output result? This is the result is a banana. It means the 1 is your, 0 is your apple, 1 is banana, and 2 is your mango. If we are putting here the 0, then this will apple. See? So this is the, but it is a mutable. It, you can change its position or things. Hello? Okay, this is the mutable. The most important thing which I want to explain among you, why we are making the list, why we are making the dictionaries, and why we are making the, why we are using the tuples, which acts like a list, but why we are using, which is immutable. It's have a drawback. It is immutable, and how it is immutable and immutable, we will see the here. So I'm trying to make a function for this. It is immutable. So I'm using for this append function. So again I'm making this a markdown right here. This, what is the append function, I have to explain. uh, A double P E N D, or append function always starting and ending with parentheses. Run this. So we will define here the append function for the defining the mutable and immutable. So just here, this is our here the fruit is a list. So I'm telling you this is the mutable. It means that you can add some elements or you can remove some elements from this fruits set of container. Okay, list is what is it? It's a container and it's contain the information. And for doing this we will use the append function. Okay, so what will you do? The first you write here the function name. I'm not writing here the again and again. Just copy there dot and write the append function. Append. Okay, it has been done. Now use this parenthesis because it's a function and always function is starting and ending with your parenthesis. In parenthesis, uh, fruits, it's this is a list and I add a function in this list, that is appendage. So in parentheses, suppose that I want to add a elements or fruit, single fruit that's name is orange. So right here orange. So when I add the orange, then this will be added in the middle or first or last. Okay, this has been added. You cannot see, but this has been added. So for this we will, for showing the these things, what will you do? You will use the print function. Print and write here the fruits, that's leads. So let's see what will happen. See, in last it has been added. So similarly, if you want again, I want to add some others like grep. Suppose that I want to add a grep. Then this will change. See, mango, grape, and orange. This will be changed. So this is the way for the. Just I want to show you the how to make a list and why list is important. So in a list you can change the set of this. Now next is the dictionary. Uh, Again I'm going to make it a markdown and write here the dictionary. Dictionary. Okay. So what is the dictionary? A dictionary stores data in key value pairs. It's also a container which contain information, but information in a pair wise. Suppose that in Ram studied in a class 10th, okay, and he got in mathematics and 98 numbers, and in physics he got 80 numbers. Then its subject and number, it's a pair. So it's a pairwise elements is contained in this. So we need a dictionary. So and dictionaries are defined using the curly brackets. Always into curly brackets, and you access the value using key, not indexes. And so uh, it is a also a mutable function, mutable. Uh, so you can change its value from here, just like in list. So first we will make a dictionary. So suppose that a person, make a list for the person, sorry, dictionary person is equal to, and start with your uh, curly bracket, this, and it is in always in pair. So for pair, the it's person. So person is a name is a dictionary, your string. So string, and it's using the column for pairing. When you use the pairing, they use the column. And here the name is, suppose that this name is Ram. Okay, it's done. uh, so this is the one pair. Okay, now it's come. Well, after then, just like is this list, when the one element has done, just this comma is necessary, so make a comma. Now this is the one pair. Now second pair of dictionary, its age, about age or subject, its age. Yes, and use when using the two pairing elements. So use the column. Age is, suppose that 25. Okay, now my list has been done. Okay, now run this. Okay, and for this, just print using the print function. See, list has been done. Now, what is the use of the this dictionary? Sorry, dictionary has been done. Now, what is the use of the dictionary? Suppose that uh, print person name. So I'm here writing the print function. See, just see print, and when you are using the print, then always using starting with the parentheses, and the person is my dictionary. Okay, person is our dictionary, and just checking this person name. Okay, close this. So it is showing the name. I will explain why I'm using here. It's I can use here because it's a dictionary. In previous case, just see when I'm explaining the list. In case this I'm using the this big bracket. Okay, but here I have to use the small bracket. Why I'm using the big bracket, I will explain later. If you know, please tell me, otherwise I will explain this later. Because so in this list, I have already told you, list is a mutable, just like dictionary is immutable, just like a list. So add a new item for this. You can add a new item. So suppose that that person is belonging to a Delhi city. So for this, make a your person is dictionary. Just copy this. Okay, person is dictionary. A big bracket, city, bracket close, and suppose that it is belonging to your Delhi city. So now write the print person. So finally, its name is Ram, its age is 25, and it's belonging to city Delhi. So this is the way for making a dictionary, and how to add this dictionary in list. We will use the append function, but in dictionary there is no need to use any append function. Use for this add simply with the big bracket. Now come to the tuple. Again, I will make it the markdown, and this tuple. Done it. So it's markdown case. Tuple is like a list, but it cannot be changed. It is immutable. Just like a previous case in list and dictionary, you cannot add any number, any element, or any string. You cannot add or subtract when it has been made. But it's okay. But in a interview, many times interviewer ask a question to you, what is the difference between tuple and list? Because same things tuple as do, dictionary is also do for same things. And tuple as a drawback, it is immutable. Why we are using? But lots of the programmer using the tuple, because when you writing a code, lots of the lines of the code, suppose that you are writing a 500 lines of the code, and you are making a list like this append function and this, then it's take a lots of the time, and extra lines will made, and its performance is slow. But in the case of when we will make a tuple, then its performance is very high, and it's will time saving. So a programmer always choose the tuple, but he know the how to make a container. If its container is wrong, then delete it, and delete all container, then make a fresh one. But it's like a tuple. So tuple is a list, but it cannot be changed. It is immutable. Tuples are defined using a parenthesis. It is not in a this big bracket or curly bracket. So now make a tuples. I'm making a set of colors. Colors is equal to, and tuples in your this uh, parenthesis is red, green, and blue. uh, our tuple has been changed, has been made. So now how to check this one? So write print, and colors, and just copy from here and close this. This is the red. You cannot change the tuples value. Suppose that if I mean add a another color, that is yellow. So just see here what will happen. Just in the case of the dictionary, just I'm using the color. That's just copy here. Okay, color. I want to add in one number, that is yellow color. So one. So let's see what will happen. See, tuple object does not support item assignment. Just see the here error. So tuple is a immutable. You cannot change it this a number or a position or distance. So but it's work as a just like a list. So its performance is very high, fast. So we are using the tuple. So another, I think you have understood the what is the list, what is the append function, dictionary, tuples, and these things. So doing practice on this and you will perfect in this. But just I want to explain the its function. I'm not giving you a big code and these things. How to write a syntax and how to use this symbol operator and this. So I'm just giving you information about this thing and its functionality. So next is a important thing, that is a lambda function. What is the lambda? It is also a very important function in the Python. So again, we are making this markdown code and this right here the lambda, lambda, lambda function. Run this. So a lambda function is a small anonymous function. It's a function which name is not given. That is an anonymous function. It is used for short, simple operation. It is defined using the keyword lambda. So, for example, so why it is important? Because it is important because it's a anonymous function. A function is defined without name. It's called a lambda function. That's why it is a very important. So, normal function we can define is suppose that I'm making a function that with the help of the def reserve keyword and making for the square something sq UAR square, and here contain a x element and use the return function, that is return keyword, and x star x. Now a function has been made. So how this will work? This will work as a square. Just copy this one. A square. So I have told you it is used for short simple function and used by a lambda function. So then it must be a written the lambda. So lam uh, VDA lambda function you have to write when it's right sequence writing is correct, then this color will change. And x, I have defined the x colon x star x. Capital or not capital X, here is small x, x star x. Okay, x star x. So it has been done. Now run this. Now your lambda function has been uh, you made a function for a square of any number. Okay, so you made a function without anonymous. You did not use any type of the container which contain phone, but simply make a function with the lambda which function name is not given. This is an anonymous function, but it's used for your uh, square, for use for the purpose of the you're squaring any number. So what will you do? Just write the print, and here the name given the square. You can give the any name. Suppose that I'm give the name s, only s, given name s. Okay, what will happen? Print s, in a small bracket, suppose that 5, mm, 5, and close the bracket. Okay, 1 2 1 2, see 25. Keep here the 85. Okay, this one, keep here the only 8, this thing. So this is the way for making a function without giving any name. That's name is the working as a function of lambda, and you have to use the lambda function for this. Similarly, you can use for the division. Similarly, you could for the more complex algorithm, this thing. But the function of this lambda is which I have defined here. So next is I think everyone can understood these things. Variable I have discussed yesterday, but today I will also explain what is the variable. Again, make it a markdown function and write here the variable. So what is the variable? Variable contain any information and it's mixed with the is equal to operator. X is equal to 10. It's a variable. That's it. Integer variable. And you, if you want, write its name variable. It's a variable. This is the variable. So if you want to write same things in a one way, that's print uh, x and name. 10 and ram. X is your integer variable. This is your string variable. 10 and ram. So now I'm using in starting in a list a list using a function that's name is append. So what is the append? We'll understand here. What is the append function? Spelling is A double P E N D. Append, and it's a function. Then always start with the and end with parentheses. So the append method is used to add an item at the end of a list. That's why when I'm adding an orange or and grapes, that's it ending of this. That's why you are using the append. Okay. So suppose, and it is using in a list. This is useful when you want to grow your list by adding a new data. So suppose that here I'm using the number and making the list for this 1 2 3. This is my list. Okay. So how to use the append function? Num dot a double p e n d append, and append is always start with the and end with the parenthesis this, and I'm adding a again a number that is a 4. So this is your, so when you write the this print and write your name this list name, then this will 1 2 3 4, and this is the list and object is added. And now your task is, this is the append function is used for adding a number. Then how to subtract a number? Suppose that I want to add in between this 2 and 3, add some another number. Then how to we will check these things? This is up to you, and I will make uh, a question a test paper for this and use this. And if you make error, so ask me, I will tell you, because without any practice you don't know. Just you have forget about these things. So how to append is used, and how to append is simply add a number at the last of the element in a list. Then there is must be, suppose that you want to remove 3, then whatever the function you will use. Suppose that you want to add a number at the starting before 0 indexing, then what will you use the function? So these are the function, then how use and these things. uh, at the end of this today's session I will explain, but think what will be. So appendage is done. So this is the, I think, enough for today. This is, so no, this is some things, some important things are living in Python. Okay. Suppose that when you will check your Python notebook, just go to the here this thing, and go to the this terminal points. And when you will check the terminal, this is the by default directory: C user, CMAB, Akhtar. This is when you go to the C drive and go to the users folder and go to the CMAB Akhtar folder, and then all things are automatically by default will save and fetch the things from that things. But it's so tedious and far, because you cannot save all your project work in your C drive, because C drive is always space is less, because it's using for a your software purpose and these things. So everyone keep a less space in C drive in comparison to a D or E drive, whatever you divide your name. So you have to make a folder where you can easily access your this working folder from your Python notebook, that is a Jupyter notebook. Suppose that I have made a this d2, because this is a day2 function, and here I have made a this folder. So I want to connect this with my uh, Python and Jupyter notebook, so that my entire work will save in this d2 folder. So for this, what will you do? For this, the first things is that you have to make a working directory. For this, you have to import OS. OS is operating system. So, and this is a line for the connecting your this. And how to know the path of your working directory? For this, you have to go to your working directory where you want. Suppose that this is my D2, and just click here the copy this path. Okay. Otherwise, go to just go to the here and just right click and go to the properties and see the location of your desktop, and make it again slash and give the name D2. Whatever you are giving name, it doesn't matter, but here I'm giving the name D2, that's why I'm written D2. Okay. So when you ever import the this OS operating system, then use the function os.chdir function os.chdir. And this, I want to explain this. This is a readable file. Entire thing read, readable function, entire thing read and from your folder. So use the backslash this and make a folder. So when you will run this, see your working directory for checking the current working directory. So current working directory, and this print, and this use the function os dot get cw, use the print function. Otherwise you can these things. So current working function directory is my this path d2. this this function is also use directly. See, you can directly use this function. Okay, I'm just writing for the as a this a tuple format. So because this is how to use in a tuple this thing, so that's why so this is the function. Now here I'm using a, just see here the r this, what is the r and why this will use, we will see here. Hmm, Reading and writing files in Python. So reading and writing files in Python is simple. Python provides a built a function to handle the files using the open and this write function with the parentheses. So files interrupt things, reading and writing, printing to screen. The simplest way to produce output is using the print statement where you can pass zero or more expression separated by commas. This function converts the expression you pass it to the string and writes the result to standard output as follows. So this will be more clear when we are using. Suppose that we want to open this some files in D2. That is in my D2 function, D2 folder, a file, a text file, this in which something is written ABS, BDS, LGK. Then how to fetch and how to open this. So using reading, writing, and these things. So for this, we will use the suppose that we are using. So the text file is in my working directory D2, working directory folder D2. So I want to fetch here and read these things. So I give the name. Its file is equal to, what will you use? Use the open function. Open. Right here the file name. The file is abs and in a text format .txt, and make this in a double inverted comma, and right here the mode is your open. So in this write the mode this. So here what happened, why this is invalid mode? It is showing the invalid mode, but here is the file is someone wants to, okay, but it is showing a error is in line number 1, that is mode is invalid. Why mode is invalid? Because see, it's a my this text file is a readable in this in uh, in our Jupyter notebook. So I'm using here the mode. I by mistake I am writing the mode. Mode is a RW, and here the mode is a readable file. So for this I have to write here the small r. Mode is our small r, that will be readable. So when you will run this, see the simply when you will run, then it's okay, it's a program is executed, but we cannot see. For seeing the this content, what will you do? Right here the content, you are given the or name, another name. I'm here the content inside the abs text file. So read the file dot read using this function, and the right here the, because file here this is the file, and using this read and use the mode the readable content. So this is the way. So print is content. Okay, see the this print content is this. So it's the easy way for fetching. This is the way when go up from today class, because this is a very basics class. So when I will take a class for day third and day fourth, then we will do all work in our working directory. So how to connect working directory and how to read this directory, we have to know about these things, and how to fetch our these things, open a file, and this we have to know. So I've just given a small information about this. And now next things, suppose that this is a code I haven't written, but I will share this code with you. So this is just right here, and make it a markdown, and here writing here the day one, and day two class. Okay, I want to share this code with you. Then what will you do? I will copy these things and share with you in a text format. Then what will happen? Definitely you will get trouble with this. So I'm just here I rating the change the name is. So this is the change GIS, uh, 1 and 2 here written. Just give the small name today. Okay, give the name. So here go to the download section, and it's downloading. When you will open this, then what will happen? Just see, you can read these things. You cannot read this in. You have to open this in your Python platform. Just copy this, cut here, and go to the paste in the D2 folder. Okay, you can paste it anywhere, but I'm just for simplicity for searching. So what will you do? Go to your this section. Here, see, or the lots of the files are given here, and this our my folder is on the desktop. Just click on the desktop, and the folder name is the D2. So it's alphabetically here the D2 is given, and just here the this name. When you will double click on this, then the entire code will open as it is, which I have shown here to you here. So you can open the, because it's a format say .ipynb. .ipynb is a format for your uh, Jupyter notebook, but this will work perfectly with the Python notebook, because it's a sub part of the your Python. And Jupyter notebook also support the your .py. .py is your Python extension. So this will work. But we are working in a Jupyter notebook, because Jupyter notebook is very good for your GIS working. So this is the now we will read the more things in this. Reading keyboard, Python provides two built-in function to read a line of text from standard input, which by default comes from the keyboard. These functions are raw underscore input. These are the function. Suppose that the raw input str raw input, enter your input name, and the print receive input. Then this will, I will share these things and use this thing. Use reading and writing files. The input file, the input prompt. This function is equivalent to raw input, except that it assumes the input in a valid Python expression and turns the evaluated result to you. So structure that this input is the enter your input, and this the print receive input in this structure. So this will give you the this. So until now, when you have been reading and writing to the standard input and output, now you will see how to play with actual data files. So I have show you how to use the open file name. Just give the your give the define your file is equal to open example this thing. And when it has been you want to open, then mode is readable. R is in bracket, and R is mode readable, which I have show you in the previous code in Jupyter notebook. Then you have to use a function file dot read, and this file is your container, that's your variable or the other things in which your working directory file is in a readable mode, and you can fetch from the print function. So these are the, just see what is the buffering. It, if the buffering value is to 0, no buffering will take place. If the buffering values is 1, we will perform what is this access mode. So the access mode is a, that is the R is a readable mode, and it's also called the access mode. The access mode determines the mode in which the file has to be opened, that is read, write, appended, etc. Appended means adding. A complete list of the possible values is given below in the table. This is optional parameter, and the default file access mode is read R. So that's why I'm here writing here. When you'll see this in readable file, where is this? Just want to do here. See here, readable file is access mode. This is the readable file which can open, read, write, and append the file. So here the I'm using the open, so that's why I'm here the write the open function with the this. So this things we are using. So these are the description of when you are using the different modes. What is the meaning of the R modes? R opens a file for reading only. The file pointer is placed at the beginning of the file. This is the default mode. When you are using the RB in double inverted comma, you use the RB opens a file for reading only in a binary format. The file pointer is placed at the beginning of the file. Just do it. If you have any facing problem, then we will do. Suppose that I'm reading here RB, just write here the RB, then what will happen? See, you cannot read anything because it's in a binary format. Okay, just see here the what it is showing is this. It cannot be. It's a machine language. So use these things. Opens a file for both reading and writing. The file pointer will be at the beginning of the file. RB plus open a files for both reading and writing in binary format. The file pointer will be at the beginning of the files, and W opens a file for writing only, overrides the files if the file exists. If the file does not exist, create a few file or writing. WB opens a file for writing only, a binary format, overrides the file if the file exists. If the file does not exist, creates a new file for writing. W plus is to open a file for both writing and reading, overrides the existing file if the files exist. If the file does not exist, creates a new file for reading and writing. So lots of the things are given here. List of different modes. W B plus. I'm not reading, reading lots of things, but I want to just give you the information about these things. So I'm showing to you. Just do in your practical purpose and use these things. Open so W B plus opens a file for both writing and reading in a binary format. Overwrites the exist file. A if the file exists, if the file does not exist, create a new file or reading and writing. So use the WB plus. A opens a file for appending. AB opens a file for appending in a binary format. A plus opens a file for both appending and reading. AB plus opens a file for both appending reading in a binary format. So the file object attributes, once file is open and you have one file object, you can get various information related to the file. Here it is a list of attributes. So attribute file is closed. So when you will use the see here, uh, see here I'm adding another some one line of the code, that is file dot close. It's a function, so it's using the this here r open and close. This will be file dot close. That's it's mean this. uh We will see that this with some example of this, and just read this. File dot mode return access mode with the which file was opened. File dot name return name of the file. File software space returns files if space explicitly required with print true otherwise. So these are some example of this we will do in this. I will show you in Jupyter notebook. So the close method, the close, this is the function. So starting and ending with the parenthesis method of a file objects flushes any unwritten information and closes the file object, after which no more writing can be done. Python automatically closes a file when the reference object of a file is reassigned to another file. It is a good practice to use the close method to close a file. So syntax of this, don't worry about the syntax. I will show here. Uh, some similarly, these things. The write method. The write method write any string to an open file. It is important to note that the Python strings can have binary data and not just text. The write method does not add a new line character and to end of the string. So syntax is a file object at this. So we will do some practical on this. Suppose that we have seen the reading a file and open a file. Uh, Now we will see some writing a file. How to use the mode writable file. So what will you do? First, I have to make a file. Okay, and similar file that's here the given is the file is this. Okay, and the mode is your W, because I want to add something in this file. Okay, it has been done. Now what will you do? You have to write a, here the open function is using the open read open here, and then here we will use the write function. So with file dot write, okay, and in bracket what will you want to do? uh, Suppose that I'm writing the hi, this is second class, this is day 2 class, day 2. I want to add these things. Just stop, and here which I've shown in the slides, this and what is this? Okay, close it with indentation. So this, and again I want to write something. Suppose that blue right, and write something basics of Python. Basics of Python. Okay, and here write the file dot close. Okay, now run. See here, when you will open this, hi, this is day 2 class and basic of the Python. It has been changed. Okay. In your existing file, you can write other things and erase the previous one. And previously it is showing the abs and something these things, but here, hi, this is your day 2 class basics of the Pythons. So this is the way for using your this readable mode, writing mode. You will see here. So just I'm stopping here, just finishing this slides and stopping here, and we'll go for the this for QGIS class, because it's lots of the basic things I have to also cover this thing, because in the day third and day fourth we will dive in deep for project work and this. So reading writings you have explained the. So when you're writing these things, WB plus for these things, so handle open, read, write, close your program from started the return and these things. So these are which I have explained: open, read, write, and close. So similarly, if you want to suppose that add a text, adding a new line in the add a text, then use A mode for aid mode. So R mode is a read only, W mode is a write or overwrite, which we have seen. A is appended at the end. R plus is a read and write. Okay, this is the things of the read and write things. Uh, Reading a file, the tell this tell function methods tells you the current position within the file. In the other words, the next read you write the will occur at the minute bytes of the from the beginning of the. So tell function is tells you the position of the files. The so it if from it is 0, it means that you use the beginning of the file as the reference position, and one means that the current position as the reference position, because it is starting with the indexing counting position. So reading and writing files, the example are here given. Renaming and deleting files. So for using os rename function, I import os rename text. So from text to the text one, replace this one. So from this you can rename. So deleting, for the os dot remove function you will use. So when you will use, then previous file will remove. Searching through a file, use this. Skipping with continue, we can continuously skip a line by using a continue statement. F and open world text, this thing. Reading and writing files, directories in Python. So how to make a directory? For use this, use the function mkdir method. So mkdir os dot mkdir new directory will create. So when you use this syntax is this os dot, when you want to make a directory, then this in CSDIR is, you can use the CSDIR method to change the current directory. The CSDIR, as we have seen in this in starting our this, just see, we are using this OS CSDIR, change our directory path, because previously directory path is C user in Sima Bakhtar, that's by default username. But I want to change my directory in the D2 folder and gives its path. So I'm using this OS CS directory. Suppose that you want to make your own directory. So directory, use this function. So know the current directory where the directory is. So for this, use the get cwd and syntax os dot get cwd. So always import the import os, then this will function will work. Separately get cwd will not work. So the example is import first os, then this. Then this will work. Just see how this will work. import OS and see. Current working directory is this. When I'm using here, then what is my current directory? This is the my by default current directory. Okay, I went, it's a connecting with the same Python, so that's why it is showing. Okay, details. So there is a function name in the RMDIR. So RMDIR method deletes the directory which is passed as an argument in the method before removing directory, and it's a uh, syntax is os dot rmdir gives the directory name. So this will delete your directory name. So when the import os are example import os dot rmdir or gives it's the path, then this will delete. You want delete, so I just show you how to delete this. This is the syntax, so I just give its path of my directory and delete this. I want delete this. Make it a single slash. Oh, because it is open in this. So I have to delete this one. Now this will again this will be because its D2 file is open and its file is this is something is open. Again it is showing cannot access the file because it is being used by another process. Where is another process? It's so some file is open in my another files, that's why it cannot be, we cannot remove this. So it is showing but when it's a way for the deleting your directory. Now next is files and directory related methods. The file object method, the file object provides function to manipulate files, or subject method that provides method uh, to process files as well as directories. So summary, reading and writing we have run handle and new line access permission, how to access the permission with the readable file. We have seen different modes, we have seen directory and file handling, we have seen renaming, we have seen. Of course we are not doing a practical on this, few of practical, but I will share these things to you and do the practical, and I will share with your test file. Use this, and if you are facing any problem then contact me. File positioning, how to change the file position, building on packages, this we will see later, and helper packages and model we will see later. Okay, so this class for the same the uh, basics of the python here the stop. Now we will go for the some higher version of the python. So we will see the some we will work with the pandas and numerical pythons and scikit-learn we will see, and we will take a class for the separately class for this. But before this some syntax and some elements, some basics, some alphabets of the python I have to explain with you. So without changing the without wasting time, I'm just going to the jump to the gis work, because this is a class for the gis through this python and QGIS. So in this, we will understand the GIS definition and its importance, application GIS in various fields, basic GIS concept, spatial data type, vector and raster, coordinate system and projection, and we will do a practical work in upcoming class for georeferencing, and lots of the practical we will do, but starting with the georeferencing. So what is a GIS? The formal definition, it's acronym for geographic information systems, and GIS is a name. GIS is a technology that is used to create a manage, analyze, and map all types of the data. GIS connects data to a map, integrating location data where things are with all types of the descriptive information, what things are like there. This provides a foundation for mapping and analysis that is used in science and almost every industry. GIS helps users understanding patterns, relationships, and geographic contexts. So the benefit includes improved communication, efficiency, management, and decision making. Why we GIS need? So we have read the previous slides. What is the GIS? So actual GIS is like a smart map that help us understand and solve problems by showing where things are and how they connect. This is simple. Why we use it? Emergency help. When there is a flood or fire, GIS help rescue them, find the fastest way to reach people in need. And it's also in the crime prevention. Police use GIS to see where crimes happen most often, so they know where the to patrol. Nature protection. Scientists use GIS to find the protects areas where endangered animals alive. Health during a disease outbreak, GIS help tracks where it is spreading to, so health workers can respond quickly. Saving money and time, GIS helps in governments and business plan better, saving billions. For example, it helps utility companies make sure electricity and water reach everyone efficiently. Making fair decisions, GIS is used to redraw voting districts, which affects how communities are represented in government. Protects our environment. With a growing population, GIS help us see where population is a problem and where we need to protect nature. So this is a GIS images from 2000 to the 2013. See that this gray color is your water body. See, year by year it is very limited and it's almost finished. So these satellite images from 2000s, from here to here 13, so as Sri Aral Sea, due to overuse of water, diversion for irrigation has destroyed a rich fishery, the economic basis for many seaside communities. GIS may be used to document change, mitigate damage, and efficiently manage our natural resources. This photo is taken by the NASA. So what if we observe through this with GIS? Suppose that we observing from the 2000, then we can check here, we can check here. So we can do these things from 2009. It's almost finished. It's slightly increasing, then slightly increasing, then it's decreasing. So it is showing a activity, how overuse and how reduce this. Rate of the this extraction of groundwater, so we can control these things by observing these images. So GIS can help to protect our resources like groundwater and other things. So this is a GIS allows to analyze important geographic features. The satellite image at a center shows a forested area in western Oregon with a patchwork of lakes, forests, clearing, alpine zones, and desert. AGS may add in ensuring sustainable recreation, timber harvest, and these things. What does GIS do? So the first is the data management. GIS is a foundational system of record. You can store and integrate information from business systems and authoritative sources, magnifying the data usefulness. Mapping and visualization, from digital maps and dashboard to satellite imagery, 3D and real-time GIS brings data to file, helping us understand problem and solve them. Spatial analysis, most data has a location component. Everything happens somewhere. With spatial analysis tool, we find hidden relationship and generate new insight from data. Communication, maps and dashboard communicate complex ideas quickly. Science and data build common understanding, supporting collaboration and problem solving. So these four things, almost the entire GIS working around these four things. Okay. So if you understand this thing, how to manage the data and how to spatial analysis, mapping and visualization, and communicate to each other, then you know the expert in the GIS. So how GIS is used? Choosing the right location, make well informed choice about business expansions, or make well informed choice about business expansion or service enhancement by pinpointing where you top customers and uncovering how to locate more like them. When determining the optimal location for a new retail outlet, distribution center, or file station, GIS amalgamates all the essential information necessary for your decision making process. Assess elements such as proximity, travel duration, population density, local demographics, site appropriateness, and competitor sites. So this is a why it is not anyway. Just I want to show that choosing the right location. This is a land area, and in which we overlay the all this. So just anyway, it is not working. So I just want to show you. So GIS, choosing the right location. If this animation will uh, function in a proper way, then you can easily understand how GIS locate the right location. But anyway, we'll wait for few seconds, then we'll move. So finding the best route, GIS also help in the enhance logistic operation to be more efficient and flexible, decrease cost and emissions, ensure driver safety and customer satisfaction. Advanced GIS technology can manage intricate routine and logistic situation such as coordinating daily routes for a large fleet of delivery vehicles or overseeing a global supply chain in real time. So from here to here, from air, which one is the best route and which is the shortest and the fastest route? You can from the GIS algorithm or GIS function, you know the best route, which is the shortest and fastest. So this is working. This so this is keeping a track of things, how to track of the things. So this is just see in this uh, video, and you can understand the how keeping track of the things. Again, see street light, and here street light of this information is given to your from GPS to the street light is this resources. So at this crew are coming for here to this path, and here your vehicle sees a street light. You can uh, correct. So keeping a track of the things, gain comprehensive insight into everything. You oversee, address issues swiftly, and plan a preventive maintenance to avoid breakdowns. Whether it roads, water pipes, street lights, or company vehicles, GIS assist in managing them throughout their life cycles. GIS provides information on locations and condition, ensuring effective management. So again, planning for the future, this will be more clear with this video file. So basically, this is a land where we are planning make a prediction and informed decision that will have both people and planet model possible scenario to address complex challenges like this. So the first year, the barren land, year 1992, heat index is this very high. So we are growing the tree, and this heat index is increasing. Trees and planted now. Now the this things in a city, this now the heat index is reduces, and the trees are planted. That makes the greenery. So this is the planning for the future. You can predict the future of this. So make a urban planning. So here this you can responding emergencies. See the cyclones, how the coming flood simulation you can do. Cyclones are coming, flood predictions, and these are the area where the floods may become at power outage, and these are the power outage priority structure. So you can make a simulation structure for before coming a cyclone. Here the cyclone is coming, just see, and when this will hit, then what will damage you can predict or simulate. So responding in emergency, this is the another example for GIS used. So basic concept of GIS is geographic information system. It's a full form are tools to collect, store, manipulate, analyze, manage, and present spatial data. They combine hardware, software, and data to display geographic information, helping to understand pattern and relationships. GIS components include hardware computers, that is GPS, software RGIS like QGIS, which we will see here. Data is generally maps, satellite images, and people be are the users, which we GIS analyst, GIS programmer are things. And the method data visualization techniques, different algorithm we will use. Data is represented as a vector, points, line, and polygons for discrete features, and raster grids for continuous data like elevation. Key operations are data input management, analysis, visualization, and output. GIS is used in natural resource management, urban planning, transportation, emergency response, and environmental monitoring. Data format includes in GIS as a vector, save file and GeoJSON, that is s.ssp and GeoJSON file. And what is the drawback of these things we will see, and what is the pros and cons of these files we will see in upcoming slides. Raster data in the format of GeoTIFF or JPEG or PNG format or PDF format. And databases, what is database? That is the post GRE we will when we will read about when we will teach about the GRE, no, sorry, GRE SQL. So structure, it's a structural query language. Then we will understand the what is the post GRE SQL and the post GIS. Digital elevation model, that is DM, use contours and grids for topography. And these are the data formats in GIS. So interpretation method, they estimate unknown values from known data using techniques like inverse distance weighting, kriging, how to perform a kriging in Python or QGIS, how to perform inverse distance IDW methods, and how to optimize these two methods, SP-line, natural neighbors, tools like we will use the tools like Python, PostGIS, and QGIS we will use, and understand this its concept. So come to the raster. What is the raster? Raster are made up of a matrix of pixels, also called cells, each containing a value that represent the condition for the area covered by the cells. So this is the raster. Raster are made up of the matrix of pixel. This is the matrix of this is the pixel, and one is small square box, also called cells, each containing a value that represent the condition for the area covered by the cells. A raster data set is composed of rows running across and column running down. Of this is the your row, and this is the your column. This is the your column pixel. Each pixel represents a geographical region, and the value in that pixel represents some characteristic of the region. So raster is a collection of the pixel, and that pixel arranged in a special format, that is a matrix format. That's it's have a row and it's have a column. So each pixel contain the information, a specific information. uh, each pixel has a value representing something about the specific area, like temperature, color, or elevation. Suppose that is a raster data of the temperature. So here the temperature is different, here the temperature is different, here the temperature is, so each pixel contains a different value. So it's make a data set for the raster data set. So we are so here the one thing is both cell and pixel refer to the smallest unit of information in the raster data. Pixel is an abbreviation of picture element and is often used when the describing imaginary, whereas cell is often used when describing raster data. Cells and pixels have a dimension and value. So cells and pixel is the same, but when you explain the image in like in your laptop screen or in your television, then you are using the pixel. It's how many pixels are given when you're using your mobile camera. But when you're using the raster data in GIS, where it's about the TIFF data or others, you know the TIFF data. What is the TIFF data? Is a raster type of data. Its extension is file format extension is TIFF. So in this case, you are using the smallest unit of the raster data is a cell, but both are the same. So what is the basic difference? A small basic difference in pixel, cell, and image. Pixel short for your picture element. This term is used mostly for imaginary and visual data. Cell, this term is used for raster data and refers to the same concept as a pixel. Dimension, both pixel and cell have the size defining the area they cover on a map. Value, each pixels or cells contains information about the area such as temperature, showing the temperature at different locations, soil types indicating different soil types across a region, elevation representing the high above the sea level, real world features including parks, lakes, and building. An image or imagery is a two-dimensional pictorial represent. So what is the image? So these are the pixel definition. So in the case of when you are saying the image, this is the image or imagery, is a two-dimensional pictorial representation. It is a depend on a wavelength or remote sensing device such as satellite, aerial camera, or terrain sensor. An image is displayed on your screen or printed. So when you are seeing this, which I'm shared my slide with you, this is an image for you. So a raster is the data model that describes how an image is stored. A raster defines the pixel cells in rows and columns, the number of bands. What is the band? We will see in upcoming slides, and the bit depth that compose the image. When you view a raster, you are viewing an image of the raster data. So what is the band? In GIS, Geographic Information System, and remote sensing, the number of bands refers to the different wavelength of light or other electromagnetic radiation that sensors can capture. The number of bands can vary depending on the sensor or imaging system used. So, an example of this, the Landsat 7 enhanced. Just wait for this. I have to change the color of this. So, the example for this Landsat 7 enhanced thematic mapper plus as sensor image consists of 8 spectral bands. All of the bands can collect one or two gain settings, high or low, for increased radiometric sensitivity and dynamic range, while band 6 collects both high and low gain for the all scenes. The approximate scene size is 100 centimeter north and south by it's a so this is an example of the satellite image of the Landsat 7. So bands 1 it's represent the blue color, bands 2 represent the green, bands 3 represent the red color, band 4 represent near infrared, band 5 shortest infrared, and band 6 thermal, and band 7 shortwave infrared, and band 8 panchromatic. So 8 bands are present in a Landsat image. So each bands have a different wavelength. So you can use the band wise combination in a remote sensing for GIS data. In a raster data set, these bands are given. So you can use this band combination for your study purpose. So what is the bit depth? Whenever at your screen, be in your phone, TV or laptop, you are seeing images made up of tiny dots called pixels. Okay. Each pixel light up in a specific color and together they create the pictures you see. All pixels are the same. As technology has advanced, screens have become better and showing more colors and finer detail. This improvement is measured by something called the bit depth. And how bit depth is working, we will see here. So actual definition of the bit depth. Bit depth is determined by the number of bits used to define each pixel. The greater the bit depth, the greater the number of tones, gray or color. If it is gray, then it's a 0 to 256, 255 because total is 256. That can be represented, and digital images may be produced in a black and white, that is a bitonal, grayscale or color. So a bitonal image is represented by a pixel consisting of one bit each and which can represent by two tones, typically black and white, using the values of 0 for black and 1 for the white. So actual definition of bit depths. Bit depths tells us how many different colors a pixel can display. A higher bit depth means your screen can show more colors and sets, making images look richer and more details. So bit depth is crucial for enhancing the quality of what you see on your screen, giving you a more vibrant and detailed visual experience. So bit depth is a color depth tells how many colors a pixel can display. It's measured in bits, and generally more bits means more colors. 24-bit display, most screens today use the 24 bits, showing over 16 point millions color. So 8-bit is captures 256 colors because 8 to the power 8, 8 multiplied by it's this, so this will be show you 256 color. 16 bits is this 16 to power 16. It's a captures 6 536 color per pixel. So higher the bit depth means richer and more vibrant images. So 8 bit, this is the 8-bit color. So see 8 to power 8, and the 16 bit is 16 bit. So this you can see the which one is the more clear. The following example shows how bit depth affects a photo. The first image in 8-bit color and the second is a 16-bit color. It easy to tell us the 16-bit version has a more color information than the 8-bit version. It's much sharper and more vibrant. So bit depth is important because it will determine how much information can store for each pixel in an image. The more bits there are per channel, read red, green, blue, the higher your bit depth will be, which means you can represent finer details with less quality or color information. So you have to understand the higher bit depth allows you to see the finer details. Modern media as screen get better medium needs to keep up. Low bit depth can make images and videos look dull and washed out and advanced display. So see in 2-bit it's a bitonal color only black and white is 4-bit is a 4 by power 4. It's see here the this bit depth gray level on gray level. 16-bit see 7-bit 8 diff 10 diffs 10 1024 color will show display here. So what is the raster data in GIS? So raster data is a like a detailed grid or image used in a GIS to represent areas while things change continuously like different sets of grass in a field. So handles complexity. Raster data captures all the small variation in an area like changes in color or density which would be lost if simplified into one shape. So this is a raster data which is showing your raster data like a detailed grid or images used in GIS represent areas where things changes continuously like different sets of grass in a field. So see here the more greenery it means sets are high, this density of the plants is high. So it's dark color is showing here is some faint color. So the raster data is combination of the pixel and it depends on your bit depth, so it's a this showing some feature on landscape are easy to represent as points, polylines and polygons, example tree, roads and houses. In other cases it can be difficult. For example, how would you represent the grassland as a polygon? And what about the variation in color you can see in the grass? When you are trying to represent a large area with continuously changing values, raster data can be a better choice. So this is a area where landscape is given and here the plant, grass and this line. You can easily demark this road as a line, this forest range as a polygon. But what can you do about these things is here the here the color is so high, it means that it's better condition in the grassland. Here the some barren land, but you cannot show in a vector file. What is the vector file we'll see? So in the color combination you can show. So raster data, with the help of this raster data you can explain this image in a better way. So grid mesh. So what is the grid? Grid in GIS is a regular pattern of equally spaced cells or pixels that cover a geographic area. Each cell contains a value representing information about the specific area, such as elevation, temperature, or land cover. Characteristic of the different type of regular grid pattern are arranged in a consistent rectangular layout. Uniform size, all cells of equal size. Data representation often used for raster data, showing continuous information like satellite images or elevation map. So, in a case of the mesh, a mesh is a network of interconnected nodes. That's the point, and is lines that can form various shapes like triangles or polygons. It is used to represent complex surfaces and structures. Commonly used for 3D models and terrain mapping, where it represents complex surface and structures more accurately than grids. A network of nodes and is used for vector data representing complex surfaces and structures with greater flexibility. So this is a gray mesh and this is your grid. It's in a regular pattern. Grid is always in a regular pattern, and grid is in a node connecting. It's a irregular pattern mess maybe. A grid is a way to store raster data commonly used in SRE system. There are two main types of the grid. The integer grid used for discrete data like categories or classes. For instances, a grid might use different number to represent various land types, example forest, water, urban areas. And floating points grids used for continuous data like temperature or elevation, where values change smoothly over an area. Integer grid details a value attribute table vat and value. This will, I'm skipping these things because this is a part of the practical. So grids can essential for analyzing spatial data effectively. So value counts, these are arranged in a grid pattern. So floating type as a floating point grids are used for data where values can vary continuously like elevation or temperature. Unlike integer grids, floating point grids don't use a value attribute table. So when you are using the GIS in QGIS and make a attribute table, then this will be more clear. So I'm skipping here this thing. So this is important. Grid structure. Grids in GIS, a specialized data format to efficiently store and manage large amount of spatial information. So tiled raster data grids are made up of a rectangular blocks of cells called tiles. These tiles are stored on disk in a compressed format, making them efficient to handle. Tile size. When creating a grid, the tile size depends on the grid's dimension. Although tiles can be extremely large, most grids fit within a single tiles. If a grid exceeds the size, it is split into multiple tiles. Storage and access. Grids are organized to support both sequential and random access. This means you can efficiently analyze large dataset without worrying about how the data is physically stored. Seamless handling. Users interact with grids as if they are one continuous images without needing to worry about the underlying the block structure. So compression and efficiency. Grids use a smart compression method that adjusts based on your data. This method ensures that the both simple and complex data are stored efficiently, saving disk space operations on grid, whether involving a single or multiple layers. Overall, this grid structure allows for efficient storage and processing of large amounts of spatial data, making GIS application powerful and responsive. So grid block structure, it's a pixel where it's a grid structure is given. So column and row are this. So grid data storage, I'm skipping this BND table, SDR table. What is these are when you are doing the practical work and making attribute table, then this will be more clear. So what is the grid stack? A term in GIS stacking is very important. So stack is a powerful tool for multivariate analysis. Suppose that you are analyzing multiple layer like temperature, rainfall, and soil pattern and forest. Then it's a stacking algorithm is very important. So stack is a powerful tool for multivariate analysis, consisting of an ordered set of spatially overlapping grids layers treated as a single entity. This allows for advanced operations such as cluster analysis, classification, and principal component analysis across multiple layers. PC analysis, you don't know, don't worry about these things. Just know uh, why you're using the stacking tool. This is a multiple layer. Suppose that layer 1 is represent your rainfall, layer 2 represent your Groundwater layer 3 represent your this temperature, layer 4 represent your soil pattern. So when analyzing it in a one time, then what will you do? All layer combine with the process of the stack. So stacking is a powerful tool for multivariate analysis. So layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, this is the stack image, finally stacking. So you can check for this. So there are methods for grid stacking. I'm not going in a detail this way because it's a part of your practical purpose. Now come to the no data. What is the no data in GIS? No data represent areas without valid data. Example, borders, background. When in a map in the background is a white color, that is a no data. Display choose to show no data areas with a specific color or no color. Handling no data in calculation option, ignore no data and compute a value using available data. Return to no data to location and estimate a value of, if there is no data but you want to add some information, then go to the return to the no data point location and estimate a value of no data is at that point. So this black color is no data but it's white color. When you remove the this black color, then this is white. So this area is a no data area. The image of, let's say, no data area with a black background and the image of the right, so they're the same, are using the no color. So come to the vector files. We have read about the raster files. What is the raster? So what is the vector in GIS? Vector data provides a way to represent real world features within the GIS environment. A feature is anything you can see on the landscape. Imagine you are standing on the top of a hill. Looking down, you can see houses, roads, trees, rivers, and so on. Each one of these things would be a feature when you represent them in a GIS application. Vector features have attribute which consist of text or numerical information that describe the features. So see, these are the polygon. This thing, you when you are top of the hill, see these things are the some point data. I think these are the ships or man, and this is a road. These are the some road. These are the as a forest areas polygon. I think this is a water body. So you will see, looking over landscape, you can see the main features such as roads, houses, and trees. Different features in vector. So vector point features, which is ships or man. Point geometry indicate the x, y, and z position. A point feature is described by its x, y, and optionally z coordinate. The point attribute describe the point. Example, if it is a tree or a lamppost. Vector polynomial features a polynomial geometry, a series of connected vertices and that do not form an closed shape. That is the polynomial. So a polynomial is a sequence of joined vertices. Each vertex has an x and y, and optionally z coordinates attributes describe the polyline. A vector polygon feature. A vector polygon, like a polygon, is a sequence of vertices. However, is a polygon that first and the last vertices are always at the same position. So this is the polygon, this is the polyline, this is the point feature. So some key difference between the vector and raster GIS. So some key differences. So data representation, there are two-way vector and raster. What are the key differences? Represent spatial data using a discrete geometrical shapes, and raster represents spatial data as a continuous grid or cells pixels. Precision, in the case of vector, provides a high precision defining a feature boundaries, making it deals with this. And in the case of precision, depends on the cell size. Smaller cells increase details, but also increase file size. So Size vector typically is smaller. Of course, raster is a bigger size than vector. Data analysis vector best suited for analysis involving discrete features such as network analysis, proximity analysis, and overlay operation, and with complex models. Are ideal for analysis of continuous data such as surface analysis, elevation slopes, and these things. So raster is ideal for the continuous data, that is the floating data, float type data like temperature, rainfall, because it's in a decimal. Or vector is a for it's called a discrete data set. So editing easier to edit in vector, but raster editing is so challenging. Data type vector best suited for the data type is category for discrete, raster more prefer continuous data. Storage common store vector in .ssp, JSON, and KML file. Raster common include geotip, JPG, PNG, or PDF. Topological relationship vector supports topology, which helps define spatial relationship between features such as connectivity and registry. Raster does not inherently support topology. Spatial relationships are limited, so its topology errors are not found in the raster data. Application area used in fields requiring detailed features analysis such as urban planning, transportation, and infrastructure management. Raster used in fields requiring continuous analysis such as environmental modeling, remote sensing, and agriculture. So we will see the georeferencing part in the upcoming class. So what is the map projection and these things we will see. Uh, do purely work on the geo this thing. So come to the some this QGIS part. So fundamentals of QGIS, what is? So what is QGIS? So QGIS, formerly Quantum GIS, it is name is the Quantum GIS, is a powerful free. It's absolutely free, which I have shared the setup file with all of you in through email and WhatsApp. Just see and try to install this. Just right click on this. Then if you don't want to install from the your internet, and open source GIS software. It enables users to create, edits, and analysis geospatial data in formats like zip file, GeoJSON, and tables. Ideal for tasks like mapping, spatial analysis, and data visualization. Everything you can do in a QGIS, it's absolutely free. So it's a symbol of logo of the QGIS. This source is the official website. Installation and setup file. I have already shared some link video to you how to install the QGIS file. If you have any problem, then please message me in our my WhatsApp group, or text me or call me. I'm available every time. So available platform: Windows, Macs, Linux, FreeBSD, OpenBSD, Android, and iOS. These are the available platform. So recommendations on when you'll open, then this two types. So my recommend is install this Linux for this, and Mac OS for this. Overview of the QGIS interface. Menu bar is this. Menu bar tool is one is menu bar two. Second is the toolbar. Third is the panel. This is the panel. This is the map view. Four is the status bar. Five is the status bar. So project, in which project you will see the lots of the things. The information project includes layered, added, and these are things you will see. So one by one we will see the all features, and when we are doing the practical work. So these are the features of the QGIS. Its interface, which looks like this. So QGIS plugin, where the QGIS plugin, this is the plugin in QGIS. So we will see in upcoming class, and all do try to the practical work. So we'll meet next we'll meet on 5 and 6 July upcoming for this. So if you have any question, please ask related to this today's session. Hello. If you have any question, please ask. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
If you have any
Hello.
question,
Yes,
please
sir.
ask.
Sir, actually, the questions are related to the class. It's general question. So, as you are teaching Python, Python basic Python, now, so we are very zero, and we are very kind of beginner stage, and you are teaching very well. Uh, mm, I am just saying one thing. Whenever you are teaching Python, so try to correlate with the GIS, like anything you are teaching. So just give example where this is going to use in a GIS. So it's going to more excitement for us. So like yes, it's for helpful, and we are going to execute this in upcoming days. So it will engage us more with you, and it will help us learning more. I think this is the personal suggestion.
Uh, Farhan, I cannot hear you properly because your some background noise are coming. It's I think I is saying that are you telling uh, you want to know the basics of the Python? Am I right? Hello, am I right? You want to know the basic?
Let me no. Let me text. Let me text.
Okay, text me because your background noise is so high. Any other have question? Please ask. Farhan, are you writing?
Yes, I'm writing. I'm writing. Just give me a few minutes. 1 minute.
Okay. Okay. Yes, Fran, I'm just I'm everything is starting with the this from the beginners. Okay, I'm just going from the zeros level. That's why I'm taking. And don't worry, in a 30 days class, I will cover all the things which I have mentioned in the syllabus. So you will, I have explained the Python basics of these things, all things, but you can, if anyone don't know about the Python, so how to install, how to operate, and what is the this make a file and class object, see, he well understand. Now I can go for the higher version like pandas, numerical Python, and these things. So our GIS works will start. Basically this is the foundation class for 1 and 2. So I want to give you some basic details of this, because this, without these two tools, these are the, both are the freely available tools, but less people are using for GIS purpose. So I'm starting with the basics for the QGIS. I'm starting for the basics for the your this Python. So don't worry about these things. I will cover the all things with from basics to advanced. It's okay, Farhan. From morning when you will free. From morning when will you free? Saturday, Sunday. If you are free, just give a. I will okay. I will share a Google form with you for related to timing for morning shifting and evening shifting. So just keep it, just fill the form. It's majority of when the people are going the this options, major people go this options. Then I will shift the class. Okay. By the way, in morning when you will free, from 8 a.m. you will free. Hello. Okay. I'm just share the Google form to all of you. So that's if related to this timing shifting, because early morning then we have left for entire day. Otherwise we have to do some late evening, because we can do the some work in day. So everyone have a weekend and some planning to go somewhere else. So don't worry about these things. I will share a Google form with you, and please fill the form. Then the majority people go with this decision, then I will go to this. Okay. So anyone have other any question? Please ask related to today class and yesterday class. Okay, now I'm going to stop here. So I will share the today's recorded video and notes. If you have any question, please ask in the group. Thank you. Bye. Good night.